Imagine it's late at night. Two masked men in bulletproof vests show up at your door flashing fake badges, claiming they're police. And when you don't open the door, they start shooting. That's not just a nightmare, that's exactly what happened in Houston, Texas.
Good evening, I'm Lieutenant Khan with the Houston Police Department. At about 11 p.m. this evening, officers of Eastside Patrol Division received a home invasion call in the 4800 block of Belmole. As officers were arriving, they were receiving updates that there were two masked men at the complainant's house, the caller's house, stating that they were police and that they were here to serve a warrant. And then shortly after, they heard that the caller had been shot at. That's what they received over the call slip, that the caller had been shot at through the door, and then so of course then the homeowners returned fire and struck both of the suspects that were at their door. The suspects were wearing bulletproof vests and had some sort of badge around their neck, and were wearing ski masks as well. So right now we don't have ages on the suspects. They look to be younger, maybe at the most like in their 30s, and the complainants are okay. They're not struck, they're not injured. The suspects have both been pronounced deceased. Officers upon arrival did attempt CPR, but realized shortly after that, they were already deceased.
This situation right here is one of my biggest fears, because if you shoot and they're real cops, you've just made one of the worst mistakes of your life. But if you hesitate and they're criminals, you could end up dead. That's the exact type of no-win scenario that these guys were trying to create. But context matters, and the homeowners figured it out. Two masked men claiming they had a warrant, but no squad car, no lights, no sirens. None of it added up. And when those guys fired through the door first, the homeowners didn't freeze. They fired back. And not only did they hit their targets, they neutralized both of them. That's not luck. That's being prepared, being armed, and being willing to act in the moment. And this is where I need people to stop thinking of home defense as a one-trick pony. Too many folks think, oh, I've got an alarm system, so I'm good, or I've got dogs, so that's all I need. Nah, home defense should be layered, like body armor. Every layer buys you more notice, more time, more control. Cameras and alarms, these are your early warning systems. An alarm tells you something's happening, but a camera gives you context. Here's the real edge. A Ring camera gives you distance. You don't have to walk up to the door, put your face against a peephole, and put yourself right next to the threat. Imagine if they'd done that once the guy started shooting. At least with the camera, you could stay back. I've had people banging on my door before, and instead of walking up, I just sat in my living room, pulled up the Ring notification, and watched it unfold live on my phone. I even talked to them through the camera while keeping my distance. Meanwhile, I was able to grab my firearm and position myself, so if it turned into a problem, I had the upper hand. And that's what these systems do. They don't just let you see what's happening, they let you control the situation without exposing yourself. Now I get it, because I feel the same way. I don't really like the idea of Big Brother having access visually and auditorily to my house and shit that's going on in my house. But I can't deny the advantages that it does give you from a security standpoint. Then there's also that whole thing about reinforcing your doors. People sleep on this one. A strong door and reinforced frame don't make your house impenetrable, but they slow intruders down. Every second they spend kicking your door is another second you're staging your defense. Time equals survival. Security film also on windows. It's not bulletproof, but it keeps your glass from instantly shattering and dropping instead of climbing through with one hit. They're stuck pounding on it while you're already set. Again, notice and time. And then of course there's the dogs. Your earliest warning system on four legs. They'll pick up on danger before alarms ever do. And if they're aggressive enough, they can actively defend your home on top of alerting you. When you stack these things together, cameras, alarms, reinforced doors, security film, dogs, you're not just reacting, you're controlling the fight. You're dictating the timeline, not the intruder, you. And that's the difference between being caught off guard and being ready. And here's what really stands out. This homeowner didn't just survive. He took out both intruders. That flips the entire script. That's empowerment. That's what it looks like when you don't have to wait for someone to save you. Because think about the irony. You have to call the police to come deal with people pretending to be the police?
They became suspicious because, they have a Ring camera too, and the suspects were saying that they had a warrant, but, it's just two people and they're masked up and no police cars, no lights or anything like that. So they immediately became suspicious. And
Or you rely on your rights protected under the Second Amendment and you handle it right there and right then. Now, those two criminals, they're not suspects anymore. They're done. They'll never kick in another door, terrorize another family, or victimize anyone else. And that is deterrence in action. And yes, there will always be dumbass criminals willing to roll the dice. But pulling home invasion in Texas, that's just stupid. Because here, you're not just breaking into someone's house, you're gambling against armed citizens who will shoot back. And if more home invasions ended the same way that this one did, criminals are gonna start realizing this game isn't worth playing. And here's the last thing. You can do everything right. You'll be 100% justified and still find yourself in a legal fight after the shooting stops. That's why I'm a USCCA member, and that's why they sponsor this channel. They don't just give you legal and financial protection if you ever have to defend yourself. They give you training, knowledge, and preparation so you're ready long before anything like this ever happens. So, if you've got a gun at home, or if you carry, do yourself and your family a favor. Check out the link in the description section to see if USCCA is a right fit for you. And if it isn't, please get something. Don't be out here legally naked. I don't mean like naked. What you do in the privacy of your own home is your business. I'm talking about legally. Don't be out here legally naked. So click the link in the description section to learn more. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.